You serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee and have emphasized that national defense comes first. How do you balance support for actions like the Venezuela raid with concerns of the U.S. overextending itself in that region?
Well, go back to the couple of hundred-year-old Monroe Doctrine about safety in our own backyard. And then you can go back to the 1960s with the Cuban Missile Crisis. And you don't want that to happen again. And that certainly was a risk with Venezuela. If you look at who was acting there, you had Hamas, you had China, you had Russia, you had Cuba in there. A lot of very toxic mixtures that were happening right in our backyard. So I want to thank President Trump for his decisive and bold actions there. And certainly the troops, a lot of which were from North Carolina, that carried this out, and those from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Just phenomenal, flawless, well-planned operation. And our goal is not to stay there forever, but you don't want, after an operation like this, a country as fragile as Venezuela that's been oppressed by dictators back to back since Hugo Chavez around 1999 or 2000, to allow this to descend into chaos with no leadership. So we want stability, we want free elections, we want the Venezuelans to determine their future, and we want it to be beneficial to the Venezuelans and not to the dictators and those who would hold that country hostage like they have for the last 25 years.